I'm sitting here thinking like I always do. And you know, us crazy people, not mentally ill. Oh, thanks. I remember making a video about my Blink camera being hacked by the maintenance guy in the guy downstairs. Guess what I realized? That audio interface took over my life. There's a video where a young lady is standing outside my door and just waiting. She didn't have to knock. Why? And as I'm sitting here, I thought about the time I made a video about hearing doors close, but never a knock. Then I realized that door was closing because people were coming into my apartment, SAing me, because the maintenance man hacked my camera. So I put the reels of my Blink camera on here. If somebody can raise the sound and take it down to the original sound, you can hear me in the background. But that's not the picture you see. I realized that audio interface was at Lincoln. That girl didn't have to knock because whoever controlled that audio interface, this is just a thought of mine, did the knocking. They got cameras in my apartment. They can see that I am high and sleep, either from my medicine or from the drugs they were trying to put into my apartment. Because you see the rusty door in my mailbox. He sprayed it to high heaven. So they didn't have to knock because the person on that audio interface knocked for them. And whoever controls that audio interface is someone I know. And I can hear their voice and I let them in. You see all the needle points on my back? All you see is the fact that I scratched my back. Some of those marks where I scratch are physically impossible for me to reach. But I got to them, and I'm glad I did, and made a mark. Now I'm sitting here thinking now, I'm crazy as a son of a bitch. Ooh, child, they say we mentally ill got the, of geniuses. And I thought, why didn't I hear knocking, but I heard doors slamming all day long. And I sat here and I remember making a couple of videos. And then I thought about that girl coming around, looking at her phone as if she's trying to get the right address, and just stood by my door. Why? I didn't know that girl. I didn't even know she was on the video until after she left. I think the next day, can't remember, but I made a video about that too, so it'll tell when I realized she was out there. Why would she have to knock? When an audio interface was in full-fledged. And that's how people got into my house and I didn't know it. When I fell asleep, my Blink camera was a camera for them. And whoever knocked didn't knock at my door. They knocked on that audio interface, and whoever talked, that voice was familiar. My dad called one time and said he was on his way over, and I made a couple of calls to him and asked him, are you coming over? Until about till 9:30 that night. I said, are you coming over? Somebody knocked at my door. But my actual door. And I wasn't sleeping. I didn't let him in. But then I found dirt from her Timberland. You know the design on the bottom of the shoe? On my balcony. And I was on the second floor. It was a lot of things that were curious at Lincoln Woods Way. Now I realize that If what I just said didn't happen, then it didn't happen. I'd have no idea because I don't remember any of that. But knowing what that audio interface can do, knowing how the ventilation service system was at Barrow Road, the one at Antoine's house, the one at Stephanie's house, and the one at 9 Lincoln Woods Way, I know it's plausible that that audio interface could be put in a vent. The ventilation system go through all the apartments, the houses. It didn't necessarily have to be in my house. It could just been an event. And like I said, I made a couple of videos on here about hearing doors slam and never a knock. Why would they knock? I didn't know those people. But whoever controlled that audio interface could have and talked to me with a familiar voice. Now I'm going to get a bunch of crackheads talking about, get crazy, you need to get some help. You're right, I do need to get some help. And I might as well be crazy as a son of a bitch. But that is truly plausible. And it's scary that anybody can wield that much power over anybody for any reason, any respect, whether they hate them, gangbanging is a business. I don't know. But who would go through such lengths to do something like that? I would have never known about that audio interface if somebody didn't try to make me buy one. And my bank caught it. And I happened to put it on here, not really knowing what it was. Now I did. I mean, Marianne was a juror just like me. I never thought anything bad about or good about or anything. Because like I said, when I moved on Burr Road, I didn't know who that woman was. I forgot about it. I wish she would have left it alone. This is what's going on now. That whole gang believed that I snitched on them. To the point that 2 years I've been running. My baby daddy, my baby, my father, my friends, everybody I know in Maryland almost is involved with this setup and cover up. And I cannot not admire the mastery of all of this. This is like, whoa, man. They've done this before. They're not going to make the same mistake that Montana did and get arrested for all the murders, not when they can kill with impunity with a doctor's note. I'm going to tell you again, take my ass out the equation. I'm going to cover up my face and just listen to my words. It is extremely important that you do, because it's not going to end. It is a secret society. A bunch of men who control a bunch of women, who control nobody. It is a step in the black community. It is how OGs raise those young boys. And we know it. How we cover up sexual assault and molestation in our families. And we know it. And it will continue. She won't need no audio interface after a while. All she just needs is her money. After that, she ain't gonna need that either. She already got you. Control you for life. Nope. Not me.